What's up, folks? Back again with another one. This video is inspired by a comment that was left by someone last week on the last one. You'll see it in the thumbnail. Apparently, me holding adult men accountable for their actions and saying they should act like adults is me being beta as fuck, apparently. Now, this whole alpha male, beta male, gamma, delta, whatever the fuck, all these little boxes we try to force people into, they're really stupid. And I'm gonna give you a little basis here because that whole alpha male and beta male thing, it came from animals, like pack animals such as wolves, gorillas, things like that. And it's wrong. Okay? That whole alpha male thing, it's not like, oh, there's just some guy that walked into the pack and was like, I'm gonna take over because I'm the leader, I'm the most dominant one. No. Usually the alpha male of the pack is the father of the pack. Okay, the same way you wouldn't just walk in a house, make out with your mom, and be like, I run this now, because it's your fucking dad. That's why the other males usually never try to take over. And when they do, they leave to start their own pack, because that's usually how it works. Or if one of the sons does have to take over, it's because the dad died or was killed by another pack or something like that. It's not that just, you know what? I want mom now. That's what we're going to do. It's not the same. Okay? Stop comparing mindsets of human beings to the mindsets of animals. Okay? It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Two, the whole alpha, beta, and all that thing. One, betas, in case you hadn't realized, usually known for being cowardly. They're not very interesting. They're not leaders of men. They tend to run away with their tail between their legs, and that's for wolves and humans. Uh, I'm neither of those, in case you hadn't noticed. I'm more than willing to seek confrontation, and I don't avoid it whatsoever. If you have a problem with something that I'm saying, I'm more than willing to confront you and debate said things that are being said. Whatever. As far as that whole alpha male thing, those guys that are stereotypically leaders of men, which lately is not has been used because the alpha male and beta male terms are being thrown around by everyone and everything. Because nowadays words don't mean anything anymore. Okay, people throw around the word literally all the time. I'm literally dying. That joke literally killed me. And that's not how you use that word whatsoever because nowadays words don't mean anything. People can throw them around how they want to and use them how they want to, and that new definition starts to take hold, even though it's wrong. Okay? Alphas, who usually are the domineering type, the ones that lead things. No, lately alphas are the guys that are attention seeking and they want to have every woman that's around them, be there just for them. Okay. Betas survive on the scraps that the alphas give them, which for anyone that knows me, I'm certainly not a beta. I don't survive on any scraps. Okay. I make my own way. I do everything my own, just like I do with these videos. So, in the words of Fabulous, if I'm hungry, I go hunting. I ain't doing no go funding. And for those that don't understand what that means, I don't survive off the scraps of what other people are willing to let me have or willing to give me when they're done. I make my own way. So you can call me beta all you want to, but it's mostly the guys that shout that they're alpha that are usually the most insecure and empty of both mind and heart. Now, if you wanted to put me into one of these stupid male mindset categories. If anything, I would be considered, I guess, a sigma male, which is something that I found while doing research for this video. I guess it's a guy that could be an alpha if he wanted to be, but chooses not to be. That's the basis of basically what I saw. Either way, there's billions of people on this planet. Stop acting like every single one of them fits into one of these mindsets. Okay? That's stupid. Okay? It's idiotic. There's no way. That's like saying, oh, every female on the planet fits into these mindsets. That's wrong. We all know that women aren't all the same. Okay? Let's be real genuine here. Male, female, him, her, they, them, them, whatever you want to call it. None of us fit perfectly into any of these little mindsets and these little boxes that say, well, you're this type and you're this type and you're that type. None of us do. We're all human beings that are constantly growing and learning. Outside of some of you, like the folks that are in my comments, who are fine with being stagnated and stuck into that little box, do you. Okay? Do you. I, on the other hand, won't. Okay? I'm not one of those guys. I don't consider myself an alpha, a beta, sigma, delta, gamma, iota, kappa. None of those. That's not me. I'm just a guy that's trying to live his best life and to maybe teach some of y'all a little something. Now, if you want to call me beta because I attacked Fresh and Fit because of their behavior for acting like idiotic children, don't think I only did that because it was Fresh and Fit. If Abba and Preach had done the same thing, I would have treated them the same way because they're adult men who need to act better, okay? Especially with the age that we live in where social media is essentially in charge of everything and what controls everyone's mind nowadays. Yeah, I feel like you should act better when hundreds of millions, if not, more, see your footage and feel this is how I should act. Okay, especially when you're a self-improvement page and you act like that. Well, cool. If you're acting like that, that seems like that's how I should act if I want to improve myself. I'm not speaking for myself. I'm speaking for those that will be watching these videos and feel like that. Okay? They will watch these videos and think, well, these guys act like this, and they have a podcast with millions of viewers, and I want to be like them, so I should act like that. It's not the case. Okay? It's not what you should be doing whatsoever. So, and there are some that said, oh, well, I've been preach, attack Fresh and Fit. They had like 20 videos attacking them. There's a difference between attacking someone and holding them responsible and accountable for the dumb things that they do. Okay? If you had a friend who you know is a crack addict, right? And you decide to say, hey, I can't hang out with you anymore. You won't get off the drugs. Does that make you disloyal to them? Or does that just make you, the kind of person that doesn't want to have a crackhead in their life? Because there are some people like the person that inspired this video, not even the person, the automobile that inspired this video, because if you look at their profile, you can see in the comments of my past video, it's just a car. They have nothing else on their page, nothing on their channel whatsoever. It's just a picture of a car, okay? That's who said I was beta and said that Abba and Preach were being disingenuous and Abba was disloyal to Fresh and Fit. It's not really being disloyal if you choose, hey, I can either continue to hang out with you, the person who does everything that I don't like and stand against and make myself look like a hypocrite, or I distance myself from you and let you go your own way while I go mine. That's not really disloyal, okay? That's not really disloyal. Being disloyal would be if Abba, who, was like best friends or something with Fresh and Fit, and then went to go hang out with somebody that they're beefing with and talk shit behind their back. That would be disloyal, okay? Wanting to have better people around you and wanting to cut off the people that are, the opposite of what you stand for, that's not being disloyal. It's called growing, okay? If you grew up as a kid with some guy who, when you were young, used to steal candy bars and stuff from a store or something, then as you got older, that same guy kept stealing from stores and then got worse and worse and started doing B&Es and burglaries and stuff. Are you going to continue to hang out with that guy even though you don't stand for that? You are actively against stuff like that? Are you going to continue hanging out with that guy? Or are you going to be like, hey, nothing against you, but I can't be around a person that does that, so I'm just going to, I'm going to make my own way. You do you, I'm going to go make my own way, okay? That's not being disloyal. Disloyal would be if you hung out with that person and then went and snitched on to the cops. Like, hey, my buddy, he broke into this house on 26th Street. I know it was him for a fact. Go get him. That's being disloyal, okay? Words have meanings. Please learn them before you use them. Thanks. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.